Good morning, everyone. Happy Monday. We made it through another weekend. Hey, thanks so much for being here. What's all this junk back here? If anyone needs some of these, they didn't fit, so I just got to do something with them. Anyway, how are you this morning? I hope everyone had a great weekend. It was a very productive weekend in real estate. Wrote some contracts, got two new contracts or two new offers, and got two under contract. So, yes, so I am excited about that. Now, just a reminder, if you are watching on Facebook under my profile, under Wayne Peacock, that live stream will be going away tomorrow because I'm not going to use the streaming service anymore. I'm going to go back to just doing the standard Facebook Live. So if you want to watch these live and communicate and interact, then you need to follow me over on my Peacock Group Facebook page because that's where everything will be. Hey, good morning, Randy. Good to see you on there this morning. So starting starting tomorrow, I will just be on Facebook Live on the Peacock Group. So make sure you like and follow that page so you'll get the alerts. And there you go. I will share to the other page. If you're watching on YouTube, I may or may not have video on YouTube. It just depends on if I download and upload to YouTube. So you'll have to come over to Facebook if you still want to watch these in the morning, which why would you not? It's so darn exciting. Anyway, so let me have a little bit more of this. So like I was saying, I got a few homes under contract this weekend. Really excited for my buyers on those. Fingers crossed everything goes well. So I have a few things, in the works. So it's getting busy again. It's that time of year, around here. And the market, if you've been watching, we're still in a low inventory market. However, we are starting to get more on the market. So inventory is creeping up, as are interest rates. So you'll see that the prices are starting to drop a little bit. Now, all of you out there that say, oh, I'm waiting on the crash, this is not a crash situation. I mean, I don't have a crystal ball, but the crash happened because of poor lending practices, and we've all said that. And there were a lot of foreclosures. The economy was just really doing poorly. So this is different. We've had a situation where interest rates went way down, drove sales way up. People started selling off their properties to cash out on their equity because it was the most equity anyone's seen in their property historically. I mean, home prices went up about 32% across the board, and people ended up with hundreds and sometimes two hundreds of thousands of dollars in equity in their homes. So that caused everybody that was thinking of getting in on that to sell. So now we've got people in situations where they're in a lower interest rate. Maybe they want to sell, but they're like, well, God, I got 2% interest rate. I don't really want to jump up to 6. And that's a personal decision. If the need to move is greater than the desire to keep that lower interest rate. So in saying that, with our interest rates going up like they are, it's slowly pushing things down. So it's completely driven by the cycle of the economy. And the interest rates. So you're now seeing rents starting to creep down a little bit. And if you look back and you read any documentation throughout history, when interest rates start to go up, rent prices start coming down, home prices start coming down. Are we going to see homes drop hundreds of thousands of dollars? No, we're not. You can look across Zillow, any of the places you like to look. I always look through Realtor and through our local MLS because Realtor is going to give you national data. Our local MLS is going to give you local data, very localized. And then when I post and mail out things, I do hyper local. So I not only do Pensacola, but I do pockets of Pensacola when I talk about the housing market. So that's just a little bit of tidbit of information for you there. And then also I was working on this morning before I got on here. So one thing we've talked about before is home inspections, and you should always get a home inspection. One thing that's required in the state of Florida is a what's called a 4-point inspection, and that's where you test the main components of the home, so the insurance will give you a good quote based on the condition of the home. Now, oftentimes we'll have a 4-point that comes back with something unsatisfactory, and we have to negotiate those repairs. And then what we have to do is get the home inspector, depending on what the repair is, we have to get the home inspector back out to the house to check to ensure that it's been corrected. Or if it's something minor, we make sure the seller is having a licensed professional do the work, and then we can send that invoice, that paid invoice, over to the inspector, and sometimes they will clear that 4-point. So that's what I was doing today. We had this morning, I got a receipt back for some electrical work, and I was sending that over to the home inspector to find out if it was minor enough that he could clear it with the invoice, or if he wanted me to schedule him to go back out and check that, so that we can get that clear 4-point, so that my client can get her insurance bound prior to closing. So I need a haircut. Look at there. Anyway, so yeah, so that's what's been going on. And if you want any more information about home inspections and what you should do, you can always give me a call. Hey Jesse, I haven't forgotten you. I've got your koozie. I just have not mailed it yet. But I better mail it because I keep giving them away, and I've saved one. I've saved 2 for you. I've got one for you and Dennis. So I need to do that this week. Maybe I'll get Jessica. Did I tell you my assistant's name is Jessica? So I'll get her to do that for me. And it's always funny because I remember I always called you Lynn, right? And so when Mom would call you Jessica, I'm like, who are you talking about? And I remember you said it was because when I was little, I couldn't say Jessica. But anyway, so y'all that are watching, if you see Jessie on here, she was my babysitter. She was my next door neighbor. So we've stayed in touch all these years. But anyway, I'll get that sent out to you. So who else is on here? Okay, Randy and Jessica, and I don't see Holly on there today. She might be sleeping. So Holly, if you see this later, I hope you had a good weekend. All right, well, that's all for me today. It is almost 7 o'clock. I have some training to do today. I have a new agent who has started with me, and today I'm going to be training her. Her name is Jennifer, so I'm really excited for her. She's a brand new agent, and I'm really excited to get her started with this career and get her on her way to lots of success. If you need anything, please do let me know. I am always happy to help. Those of you that have sent me people to reach out to, I really appreciate that. Thank you so much for trusting me with your friends and family. And with that said, get out there and have a good day. Get out and get some sunshine. Enjoy yourself. And always remember, wherever you go, whatever you do, always be you. And I'll see you tomorrow. So don't forget, tomorrow, it might be Wednesday, but I think tomorrow is my last day of this. So just look for me on Peacock Group Facebook page. Have a good day.